2, 1. Good Monday afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist James Parish in the Dick Goddard Weather Center. What a change in seasons over the last couple of days. Yesterday at this time, it felt and looked like summer. Highs on Sunday were in the low to middle 80s, and that is unseasonably warm for this time of year. Keep in mind, the average high for this time of year, 68 degrees. So yesterday, temperatures were above normal. Now it's back to fall, and it's going to feel like fall over the next several days. So as soon as you step outside this afternoon, you are going to notice a big change in the weather. Temperatures out there right now, mid to upper 50s, so those temperatures are really just holding steady over the last several hours. Now we are still stuck in the clouds, and with that colder air moving over Lake Erie, that has actually triggered some lake-enhanced cloud cover. That's what we're seeing across northeast Ohio for right now. So from Lorain, Worcester, New Philly, Akron, Canton, Youngstown, and Ashtabula, any sunshine out there right now is very limited. Now these clouds are not going to be very productive. They're not going to produce any rain, so we are going to stay dry for the rest of the day. Now if you do take a peek across parts of western Ohio, Toledo and Findlay seeing plenty of sunshine out there right now. But despite that sunshine, temperatures out to our west are still not that much warmer than northeast Ohio, where we are stuck in the clouds. Now, I do have some good news, or the bright spot about the forecast moving forward this afternoon is the fact that we should see increasing sunshine from west to east across the area. So these stubborn clouds that have been with us for much of the day will likely break apart later on this afternoon, and everyone should see at least a fair amount of sunshine before the sun goes down this evening. Sunset this evening in Cleveland is at 6:58. That makes it the first 6 p.m. or later the first sunset before 7 o'clock in the evening since March of this year, and we will not have another 7 p.m. sunset here in Cleveland until March of 2025. The last 6 p.m. or later sunset here in Cleveland will be in early November. I do believe daylight saving time will come to an end on November 3rd. So what brought in the cooler air for today? Well, it is this big blue line with the blue triangles out to our east. That's a cold front. And along this cold front, we did see some showers, downpours, and even some storms develop across the eastern half of the area Sunday afternoon through Sunday evening, but much of the area did not see any rain because these showers and storms actually developed across our eastern communities during that time. So behind the front, we've been tracking some cooler air, so that's what's pouring into northeast Ohio for right now. Still seeing those lake-enhanced clouds across the eastern half of Ohio, as well as across parts of PA and New York. High pressure will gradually build in over the next couple of days, so that means a lot of sunshine, and that's what's going to keep the below normal temperatures in play through at least Thursday. Probably won't be until the weekend that we start to see temperatures warm back up once again. Now, if you've been outside today, then you probably already felt the change in the weather compared to yesterday at this time. Look at this 24-hour temperature change. Right now, it is 23 degrees cooler right now in Cleveland compared to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The current 24-hour temperature change in Lorain is 24 degrees, so temperatures right now anywhere from about 15 to 25 degrees cooler right now compared to Sunday afternoon. What brought in that cooler air? Once again, the cold front. Then we saw that wind shift out of the northwest behind the front, and today has been a rather breezy day at times with that northwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now, the wind will start to lighten up some this afternoon and this evening, but I still expect that it's going to be rather breezy at times through at least 6 o'clock this evening. But it is that northwest wind or northwest flow that has brought that cooler air for today, and I do expect that cooler air will be sticking around for the next several days. So here's Futurecast at midday today. Still seeing the clouds across the area. You will see a few spots of green every once in a while on Futurecast. That's an indication that maybe a few raindrops cannot be ruled out, but I don't even have any sprinkles in the forecast this afternoon, so we're going to stay dry. You can leave the rain gear at home. But watch what happens from midday today through around 6 o'clock this evening. Those clouds will slowly break apart from west to east across the area. So once again, by 6 o'clock this evening, we should see a fair amount of sunshine across all of northeast Ohio. So everyone should see at least a little bit of sunshine before the sun goes down this evening. Then maybe just a few passing clouds here or there this overnight tonight and the first thing Tuesday morning. So high temperatures today, despite the increase in sunshine, really are not going to budge much. So I do not expect a huge warm up despite seeing more sunshine this afternoon. High temperatures today, low to middle 60s, officially only 60 degrees here in Cleveland, 61 in Akron, Canton, 64 in New Philly, 62 in Lorain, and 63 in Worcester. Keep in mind the average high for today, 68 degrees, so we will be well below that this afternoon. And yesterday we saw a high of 85 degrees here in Cleveland. That means we're talking about a 25-degree change from Sunday's high to this afternoon's high. So do expect a big change in the weather this afternoon. And if you are going to Game 2 of the ALDS with the Guardians taking on the Tigers at Progressive Field at 4:08, let's go Guards. I know you can't see me right now, but I do have my Guardians tie on. I can't wait to watch the game this afternoon. I hope the Guardians go up 2-0 this afternoon in the ALDS against the Tigers. So when we're talking about that forecast for the game today, I do expect once again increasing sunshine. That's going to be the bright spot about the forecast, because from a temperature standpoint throughout the game, we're only going to be in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. So if you are going to the game, I do believe it's a sellout. I do recommend wearing your favorite Guardians jacket or sweatshirt. Still going to be breezy, especially for the first couple of innings with that northwest wind at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. But for that final out, that wind will not be as strong or as stiff, only out of the west-northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we see more of a westerly wind, that means we're going to see less in those lake-enhanced clouds later on today. Now, tonight is going to be a rather chilly night, so before you and the kids step out the door first thing Tuesday morning, I do recommend grabbing a jacket, a sweatshirt. You also might want to grab an extra large cup of coffee tomorrow, because tomorrow there's definitely going to be a chill in the air. Temperatures first thing tomorrow morning, low to middle 40s for much of the area, 45 in Cleveland. We'll look at well down to our south. New Philly could briefly drop into the upper 30s by first thing Tuesday morning. So places well inland, it's not out of the question, could wake up to temperatures in the upper 30s first thing Tuesday morning. Once again, Tuesday should feature a fair amount of sunshine. Now, if fall is your favorite season, you are going to love the weather this week, and you're probably going to love the 8-day forecast because we have a lot of beautiful fall weather in the forecast. So we're talking about a lot of sunshine over the next several days, and despite that sunshine, temperatures really will not be too warm for this time of year. So that taste of summer that we got on Sunday, that is long gone. So highs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be in the low to middle 60s, and those overnight lows will be in the mid to upper 40s for much of the area. Before we get to your 8-day forecast, let's take a quick look on the tropics, because Hurricane Milton has rapidly strengthened into a Category 5 hurricane. If you were watching Fox 8 News at 10 Sunday evening, we were talking about Milton only being a Category 1 hurricane, but in just over a 12-hour span, it has strengthened into a Category 5 hurricane, producing maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. It is moving off to the east-southeast at around 9 miles per hour, and that pressure is down to 925 millibars. You can see the structure within this hurricane. It's showing classic structure when we're talking about a strong hurricane, because it has that classic buzz-like shape, and you can also see the eye wall that has become more well-defined over the last several hours as well. That means an intensification within the hurricane. Now, this hurricane will move east across the Gulf of Mexico early this week. Here's the very latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Milton is still likely going to be a major hurricane as it approaches the Florida Peninsula Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday evening. As of right now, most forecast models are hinting that Milton will likely make landfall around the Tampa Bay area sometime on Wednesday, with maximum sustained winds well above 100 miles per hour. And this is definitely something to watch, because once again, this part of Florida is still dealing with the impacts from Hurricane Helene just about a week or two ago. By the end of the work week, it does look like Milton will be out in the middle of the Atlantic, but we're definitely going to have to keep a close eye on this very dangerous and powerful hurricane over the next couple of days. Milton is not going to directly impact our weather here in Northeast Ohio, but if you do have loved ones in Florida, you definitely want to make sure that you're staying on top of that, the forecast. So Monday, high of 60 degrees, lots of sun, Monday, high of 60 degrees for today. Not a lot of sunshine right now, but I do expect increase in sunshine later on in the day. Lots of sunshine for Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer by midweek, with highs in the low to middle 60s. Keep in mind those overnight lows for the next several nights will dip well into the 40s. Then by the time the Friday rolls around, we will be near 70 degrees, maybe a little bit warmer over the upcoming weekend with highs in the low to middle 70s. If you're wondering when our next chance of rain will be, probably not going to be until Sunday, if not Monday of next week, as another cold front will impact the area. That's why we do see that temperature drop from 72 on Sunday to near 60 degrees on Monday. I hope you're going to enjoy the fall-tastic weather this week. We are talking about lots of sunshine and temperatures in the low to middle 60s in the afternoon and overnight lows in the 40s. So once again, if fall is your favorite season, then you got to make sure that you get outside this week and enjoy the weather, because we are talking about your type of weather. Remember, you can always get the latest forecast at fox8.com, and I'll have the very latest forecast coming up at Fox 8 at 4. Then Dante Jones will take over at 5, 6, and 7, and I'll also be right back here at 10 o'clock. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday.